You always. Pegan babsi wanyo nonke bese oh boy, I love you so. I can find enough ways to let you know, and I can be sure of love for always. And we both know our will grow, and forever it'll be you and me. Oh, amanye babalahla laba bhesi. Yeah, pull your life aside, chasing on and you run away. Then you come around. We'll bring by the days. You're my perfect one. Ngeke ndakulibala nanini na waza wahlala ehlele engqondweni yami uyinto yonke kum waza asiye ngeke ndakulibala nanini na wahlala ehlele engqondweni uyinto yonke kum. Are we happy to be here? Ngicela sishayele izandla kakhulu. Ashaye kakhulu izandla. I want you to say to the lady next to you, a gentleman next to you, I want you to say, a good leader doesn't demand his expectations, but he will demonstrate their expectations. A bit louder. A good leader doesn't demand her expectations, but will demonstrate her expectations. Awushayela izandla. Now we're going to the item Yama reports manje. So before we go there, it's important that we respect our protocols and go with clarity. I need some order in my house. I need some order in my house. I need some order in my house. Down. I want people seated down. I need people seated down. Right. And your neighbor, your body sends the language. Come on, say it loud. Neighbor, be careful. Body might send the wrong language.
So today, day of the day, where you'll come in here and you tell us exactly. If it's white, it must be white. If it's white, it must be white. If it's black, it must be black. If it's black, it must be black. We have no gray lines today. So the national also will come in and they will give us their report. After that, the program director will direct us because we'll interrogate everything that has been said. We'll want the clarity. We'll then have questions, but we need to deal with that before we go to the policy issues and the constitution. Because when you go to the constitution and the policies, that part must be addressed by the challenges that we are facing so that we know what we need to do in order for us to go forward. So I hope everyone has captured what I've said. Thank you, Program Director. I hand it over back to you.
Sanbonani, yeah, it's, you know, the industry is growing. Mr. President and Deputy President, I want to say that one of the positive things that is brought by women in every space, what made it easy for men to kill one another in the taxi industry is because men know the pleasure of creating life, but we don't know the pain of bringing life on earth. Sanbonani. China, we only know that pleasure. Ayangniswa wenzani kancane asitsheleni labo baba laba sithini kancane kanjani. There was no percentage before. It's 30% now. Siyasuka from 30%. Suka madoda.
Kancane. Oh, yes, SANTACO, yes,
Just a minute. Don't sit down. This whole process is going to take an hour. So everyone that comes, please take around 5 minutes. Because otherwise, uzosala lana thina sizohamba siyodla. Asiphinde ingoma.
SANTACO, Amen. Program Director, let me start by thanking the Almighty God for approving this day. Because it is not our chairperson's will for this day to be here, for this day to be successful or to be where we are today. So I'm going to give you our report, national report. I'll start by greeting our Honorable President, Mr. Tsebe, and second President, how you call it? Our second President, Mr. Sibanyoni, Free State Secretary, and others, all protocol observed. This report gives an overview of progress made by SANTACO women since our last engagement, and it outlines key developmental activities and highlights aligned to SANTACO women's strategy of 2022 to 2025. It also serves to guide the discussions and provincial reports scheduled during the AGM. This AGM is an opportunity to share our achievements, learn from each other, and align on the future. Each province will give an update on its work, guided by our 5 strategic pillars: financial management, programs and capacity building, re-establishment, women empowerment, and sustainability. Strategic context and significance of the AGM. The SANTACO Women's Strategy 2022 to 2025 clearly states our vision: to be the leading organization for women empowerment in the public transport sector. This AGM is not just a compliance activity. It is part of implementing our strategy by tracking our strategic objectives and key performance indicators, reporting on initiatives and outcomes per province, agreeing on resolutions that will influence policy, constitutional amendments, and our elections framework, preparing to adopt the 2025-2026 Program of Action and Budget. This two-day AGM strengthens unity, alignment, and accountability in our structures. Number 3, national highlights and progress. We have made meaningful strides nationally. Bulletin 1, strategy implementation. Since its approval, the 2025-2025 strategy has guided our work across structures, where possible and funded. Partnerships. Engagements with TITA. We are looking forward to the rollout women-specific training on leadership, compliance, and entrepreneurship. Economic empowerment. The launch of the upholstery factory in Ugu region, KZN, stands out as a model project with potential for rollout in all provinces. Business models. Business plans are in place for Queen's Auto Spares and a SANTACO Women Fund. Policy development. Significant progress has been made in aligning SANTACO women policy with the SANTACO Constitution and initiating a 30% women presentation target. Number 4 is the program overview from the 2nd to the 3rd April 2025. Day 1, women policy election working document. Group commissions on women's program of action. These are all for today, day 1. Day 2, key activities will be presentations from commissions, strategy update 2025-2026, adoption of key documents, policy, constitution, and constitution. Guest speaker will be a women in taxi leadership. Messages of support from partners. The program has been designed to ensure that every voice is heard, that strategic direction is confirmed, and that there's space for both reflection and planning. Provincial reporting structure. Each province will report on the following: successes and challenges aligned to 2022 to 2025 strategy. Implementation of economic empowerment projects, for example, cooperatives and depots. Participation in leadership, development and training. Status of policy, compliance and membership. Any new partnerships, successes or innovation. In conclusion, we are proud of the journey so far. We acknowledge the challenges, but above all, we see this AGM as a moment to renew our energy, affirm our direction, and commit to real transformation. We thank all provincial secretaries and leaders for their dedication, and we look forward to the vibrant sharing of reports and adoption of outcomes that will shape our path into 2026. Thank you, Program Director.
Thank you very much, ma. Ngicela simshayele izandla kakhulu. Ngicela sizishaye kakhulu nje izandla. Thank you. Enye yezinto ezibalulekile is that when we are building an organization, it's important that we clarify things. Sanbona? That we do what? We clarify things and engage on matters. The important thing is your approach in engaging. You know, the Bible says, speak the truth, but in love. Sanbonan. Speak the truth, but in love. Because a loveless truth becomes destructive. Tell your neighbor. Akakuzwanga mtshele? A loveless truth is what? Is destructive. So it's not wrong to tell the truth, but make sure that there is a lubricant, which is love. Yabon, thank you. Angazi manje mangithi lubricant ngibona abantu ba no. Ngicela siye ku treasurer ngicela simshayele izandla eseza ngaphambili.
Utlose Petrola. Before I can greet everybody, through you, my program director, I want to express myself by singing the song of SANTACO, who is embracing my lady chairperson and my president. SANTACO National, SANTACO National, you are so fortunate to be the mouthful of the taxi industry. You are so fortunate to be the mouthful of the taxi industry. My honorable president, Seve, and your cabinet, the women of SANTACO is praying for you and your cabinet. The women who led by a beautiful lady. They used to say, black is beautiful. Who is that lady? Dudu kima dudu sela. Dudu kima dudu sela. A beautiful lady. My honorable president, and your cabinet, when the praises goes up to you and your cabinet, the blessing comes down to the entire province. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! I cannot say hallelujah, church, without any wasting of time. I would like to greet my honorable president, Muruti Tsebe, and your cabinet. My honorable second president, Sibanyono, also. I greet you, my father. And then the secretary from Free State, and I'm going to give the treasurer's report. You have heard the president said, we have not given any cent. So my report is not going to be long. Has got no figures at all, but it's a report. The introduction, I start with the introduction. The Treasurer's report provides a summary of the financial status of SANTACO women for the period under view. It outlines allocation, expenditure, and financial constraints while highlighting opportunities for future planning and sustainability. 2, financial overview, April 2024, March until this time, 2025. During 2024 and 2025 financial year, no dictated budget was allocated to the implementation of women-specific programs and national or provincial levels. The only financial support made available was for official meeting with included National Executive Committee meeting, probably and planning meeting for the AGM, provincial consultation for policy input. No funds were allocated for training, business development, outreach, or economic empowerment initiative. Challenges experienced. Lack of dedicated program budget limited the implementation of projects aligned with the 2022 until 2025 strategy. Provinces had to rely on limited internal support or external partners to executive local initiatives. Absence of dedication funding line restricted the operationalization of the women policy and update of economic empowerment opportunities. 4, positive action and recommendation. Dispute the limited financial resource. Some progress was achieved through commitment and innovation. This include leveraging a support from partners like Equibrain Consulting and regional municipalities. Drafting business proposals for future incoming generation project, e.g. Queen Auto Space, upholstery pilot. Integration of the women program of action into the main SANTACO budgeting framework. Establish of financial subcommittees to oversee proposal development, funding, and donor engagement. In conclusion, we recognize the importance of financial planning in achieving the goals of women empowerment. A budget without delivery is meaningless, but we also acknowledge that delivery without budget places unfair strain on volunteers and leaders. We are committed to building a financially stable and well-supported program with leadership, planning and partnerships, we believe the 2025 and 2026 final year can mark a turning point. Yours in accountability, triple S, Sirepa, Treasurer of Women, SANTACO Desk. I thank you.
This deserves a standing ovation. Standing ovation. Sikhuwa. Yeah, Sikhuwa. Sinyisman. Isikhuwa ni. Yeah, intros khamba kuhle ni. Iye. Ibhutanga labo mmeli khamba kuhle man. Awa. Ay, asimshayela izandla ma. Asimshayela izandla ma. You know, I wanna grow like that. Sanbonani. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor. Mature. Like wine. Not like milk. Utloba mas. No, they didn't hear you say, neighbor, make sure you mature like wine, not like milk. Otherwise, you toba mas. Can we give Mama a big hand? I want to mature like that. I want to mature like that. You know, the era that we're in is not only the era of technology, but it's also an era of transparency. Of what? Transparency. Some time back, you were powerful by being in obscurity. You know, boba powerful ngokuthi ungaziwa. Izinto zonke bezifihlakele. I mean, simple things. Today, on a restaurant, you can engage with a chef. You know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have that. Sanbonan. You know, in the past 40 years, we did not have lyrics in the CDs. I mean, no, in the cassette and the albums. Abanye bethu namhlanje basathi usemufaka makusha, you know, because we've never known what's the meaning of that. Sanbonan. But today, every song go with the lyrics that tells you that we are in the season and the era of transparency. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you are leading people today, it's important that you must be transparent. People trust you more when you can say and be transparent with things. Aningizwa yazi. Yeah, akusile isikhathi lesiyana whereby inyanga yakho ayaziwa wenza sure ukuthi usha ngenyanga engaziwa. Yebo amandla akho kuthiwa nje inyanga engaziwa. But people today are interested if ever they can see your formula. That's why people spend thousands and thousands to go and sit down and listen to someone for a master class. You know, because that person is out with their. So that's what we are doing today. We are being transparent. So now we're going to the provinces. The person that you guys have nominated, that person is going to stand, and you trust that they are going to present you within my time here. Selling about 20 minutes to go into our lunch. So ngizocela ke ukuthi sigijime, ngicela ukuthi owaseGauteng eze ngaphambili. Njengoba owaseGauteng eseza ngaphambili, ngicela ukuthi ubheke umakhelwane ethi makhelwane, position is not possession. Ay akakuzwanga shakhulu. Makhelwane, position. Oza phela Gauteng ngilinde wena phela. Mtshele makhe. Position is not your possession. You must let it go at some stage. Mshayela izandla. Let's give this 16V a hand as she come forward. ngisho uzwile ukuthi isikhuwa besishawa kanjani.
Mina ngizwanga.
Khuphula izinga. Khuphula izinga.
Okay. Hayi usishayile umama, hayi usishayile vele. Sizoyenza kanjalo. I just wanted to greet everybody. Hey shilibahle abo mama. Since this morning, no one told you, you know, this black and white, it makes us to be brighter. Yes, thank you very much. And then without a waste of time, it is an honor and great privilege to be given this time to come and give synopsis. That's just a brief of what Gauteng is all about. And then what we did as Gauteng province for the women desk. You know, I don't know, this name women desk, sometimes it seems as if we are under something and then we'll never, you know, come out of that thing. You know, while we were at school, you know, when they talk about desk, I don't know, those in the olden days, the desk was having, you know, a place where you can put your books inside. It seems as if, you know, we are in that space. So it must be changed and become something else. And then I would like to take this time also, greet our first and honorable President, Mr. M.A. Tsebe. Sithi halala baba. Siyabonga. Not forgetting again, we do have Ntate Sibanyoni. Hey, Ntate Sibanyoni, you have been a pillar of support to Abu Mama. Hey, we thank you a lot. And even from Mpumalanga province, we say siyakuthanda baba. And keep on doing this work. Don't never stop, because, you know, it's so difficult for Abu Mama when we come into this space. It seems as if, you know, we are challenging men. When they see us, they forgot that they've got wives at home. The wives will be joining the same league. So I think Abu Baba, they should do something better, you know, to make sure that when their mother or their wives come into the space, they must find it, you know, ripe and suitable for Abu Mama to be there. And then not forgetting again, Secretary wami, ngiyabona bayi-2 lapha. Ngizothi halala, ngiyabonga Secretary General, and then Secretary General from every state. Baba siyabonga, sikubonile in the morning. And then again, ngiye lapha. This is a special table. You know, sometimes you take things for granted, thinking that, you know, they are nothing. Today they've shown that, you know, they can change this industry. Mam Dudu and your executive, sithi halala siyabonga thina sebomama. And then not forgetting, hey, sina never ngikhohlwe baba, our motivational speaker. Siyabonga, I know ukuthi uzwenza izinto ziyenzakala. Ngikhuluma isiZulu sa lebo pedi. But I'm learning again. If you don't say anything, you'll never know. And then ngakhohlwa again, umama wethu, umama nobuhle. Siyakuthanda mama. You know, when we are with us as Abu Mama, yeah, you know, we give everything, we take out everything, and then we learned a lot from you. We are saying continue to be with us as Abu Mama and take us to a higher heights. And then not forgetting, ngiyabona lapha kuna media. Yeah, ngithi nani siyanibikelela. Sithi halala, because if it was not you guys, we didn't have something like this. We say thank you very much. And then Abu Mama halala, Abu Mama halala. Abu Mama halala, halala. Don't forget, you are in Gauteng, and a province of what? Of gold. So we are proud to tell you guys, those who are from Mpumalanga, Baba Sibanyoni, we are challenging you. You see where we are today. We are not far from the airport. We have got everything in the center. So we are saying we are from a province of everything. So siyabonga, Bomama siyabonga for everything. What I'm going to do now, mine is just short. But I just wanted to highlight something, especially to Abu Mama, Ban National. When you communicate, make sure that you communicate in time. Because like now, you know, we have to do everything quick like we are here. If you would have communicated, you know, we would be
presenting whatever we are having on an overhead projector, but we couldn't. We are just taking from there and trying to merge it and be one thing. So in Gauteng, we do have 5 regions. Those 5 regions, Abu Mama Labaya, Bayenzom Sevens Gutubelula for the province. They've got a lot of projects which they did. But first and foremost, I don't see Ubaba from Tita. Yes, yes. I just wanted to tell, the people who are here, especially Abu Mama. As Gauteng, I know there has been, some squabbles before, during our election, our province. We couldn't come up with something as Abu Mama, because some were outside, the whole leadership, and some were inside. But we have overcome that. If you are still looking at us as Gauteng, thinking that, we don't know what we are doing, let me tell you, Gauteng now is up and running, because all the 5 regions are there. And then, Siyabonga Babatsebe, just to relinquish your position, we are doing very well now. And then what we did as a province, under the leadership of Ntate Mali, we entered into an agreement with Tita under the name called SANTACO Tlokomela. What we are doing, there's a lot of projects under Tita. I don't know, maybe, I've seen KZN and also Mpumalanga, they're utilizing Tita to the utmost. And then we are not, because we don't know what is happening. I think Tita now, they need to do something after the election, just to go to all the regions with the province, so that they can show up what are they capable, what we can do from their side. They must just come up with something, because, that's a hidden gem. We don't touch into that. If you don't know, you'll never know. They need to come up with something which, will be able to help us. And then, as Gauteng, I'll start from, I'm just going to consolidate everything. In Western Gauteng, Western Gauteng, there's a lot of mining in there, where they are getting support from. And then as Abu Mama, we don't have any funding at all. Whatever we are doing, some of the regions, they are there to help, some no. Abu Mama, they must struggle to come up with something at the end of the day. So they've got a big project. It's called Taxi Express. That's for the deliveries of parcel. Have you heard about this before, Abu Mama? Some of you don't know. This is from Tita. You see, now we are tapping into the market which has never been tapped. So, and then again, they are cleaning the schools. We've got schools, like when the schools are opening, they go and help the principals or the office staff to go and clean those schools. And then also, there has been a big project also from Ekurhuleni, whereby, we have got a KTVR. KTVR is the name of the bus company, whereby, under the leadership of Dr. Mchali, usually when we need something, he will just tell us, give me what you want to do, and then we'll continue. We did have some projects under business management courses, and the graduation for women in business was sponsored by the same company. And then again, we did have, GBV. Hey, this is something which, everywhere. As you have seen now in the news, that we have got this 7-year-old, whereby, I can't tell what happened, but something happened, which Abu Mama, we are so touched. And then I think Abu Mama, as the president has alluded, we need to have that in all the regions, because this thing, yaritacha Abu Mme. Yaritacha ko di renkeng, yaritacha ko kae, ko di ofisi. Charona, hona le lo tse di etsagalang. Tse ile hore ha rona bo mme we can't stand up, then we'll never do anything. So we need to stand up and do the best. As President has alluded again, to say it starts from Abu Mama. It doesn't start anywhere. It starts from us. If Tina Abu Mama, we can stand up. Abu Baba, they will take whatever we will be having. And then also in Ekurhuleni, they have donated also some shelter to the poor of the poorest. Whatever is so painful sometimes when you go into the township, you'll see the way people are suffering. They don't have food. But those are our commuters. They are always there. They are the ones who are paying for our taxis. They are always commuting there at the taxi rank. But us, as the taxi industry, we don't do anything. We need to also look into that and check what best can we do. And then we have got also, we have donated to bury a driver. Yeah, you know, families are different. You see your driver driving for your vehicle. President, we need to have, and I don't know whether to call it a life cover or a funeral policy or what, because it's so painful. When the driver, you know, we have got drivers, many of us here, we don't know where do they reside, what type of families do they come from. We just see him as a driver, so, but we don't know where does he come from. When he passes on, that's when we realize that, hey, idea Hashem. Because the same association, it needs to contribute. So we need to have UIF. We need to have a funeral policy covers. We need to have also to register them at the insurance. So that if something happens, you know, to our driver, we don't have drivers only, but we do have also office staff. We do have cleaners. And, you know, at our taxi rank, we don't have any signage. If anyone can fall there, you know, they will claim a lot from SANTACO. It's just because, you know, our people doesn't know. But if they tend to know, something will happen which we never thought it will happen to us. And then again, the old age. I don't know, you know, they call them the aged. That's the group which, you know, you don't call them old age. It's the aged. So we need to look after our Abumkulu and Abugogo as Abumama. There has been a project done by CDB to look after the old people. So we need to follow suit. Abumama Bongo, you need to do that. And then, you know, they have got also, they did a prayer for, this is our day. I know, but time is not on our side. And then we have also donated also AMA school uniforms. And then if I can go to the province itself, just to do it quicker, we did have AMA awards and AMA certificates. Some of you were there, whereby, you know, Abu Mama, Azangarabali Mutuaring, okay, well done. President Ating, why killing are well done. But Tita and Tlokomela, they saw it. Hornomang, Ronahar Kopa Barno, Retlaletsa the awards, and then lead certificate. Guess the categories. I'll start, there was this provincial executive, and then we looked also on the drivers. Abu Mama, but driver matrix, AMA association. And then we gave them AMA awards. And then we do have, you know, this is a challenge, President. Because Abu Mama Bakona La Pakuma Association, they are the chairpersons. And then Abu Baba Tukumeza, like nobody's business. But you know, we saw it deemed fit. Kutsibanikeza ama awards. Bangazi Jeba Tina's my chairperson without getting anything from Tina Abu Mama. And then again, we did have, you know, umama umunye lapa. Ukona lapa. Ukona umama lo. I won't mention the name. Also, she was awarded, you know, an award for her to champion, you know, izinto zetita. Because if it was not by her, we didn't have anything at all. And we didn't know who itita ipate in. So I'm saying, as Abu Mama by National, Alibonakal, we are going for elections. And then you'll be sitting in this row, wherever you'll be sitting. You won't be taking on this Abu Mama Laba. I'm saying to you, I'm challenging you now. Good, because we are going for elections, we are asking you to come and do AMA awareness. Or maybe, you know, like Abu Baba, the way by Enza, just for them to know you. Some of them here, they're asking me, who's the the chairperson of National? It's because they don't know the structure. I think next time you know, with all the projects which National will be coming up with, you know, we need to work together so that you must be known. You know, Ubaba talked about the support. If you are a leader and you don't have support, then where are you? You are on your own. So we need to change that concept and make it to suit everybody. Because like now, Konamanjas in Abugok, we don't have anything for Ama veteran. Ama veteran bazohlala ekhaya. Nothing is happening. We need to appreciate them. Because Name tomorrow, I'll be one of them. I'll be sitting at home feeling lonely to say I've worked for the industry. Nothing is happening. I think we need to relook when we do our strategic planning. Please look into a lot of things so that, you know, we can do better. And then, President, national. Some of the things, President, yes, I know we are here, but our concern and our challenge is that, you know, we lack support and a lack of participation in everything. You'll find that there's an executive, you are a woman. You know, they just talk during the night. In the morning, you know, they said, yeah, you know, there's this and that. You will see that they've agreed during the night. Everything is solid. You can't even say anything to them because what they did, they phoned one another. So we are not part of them. And it's so painful, you know, to work with those type of people. And then violence again. No, this is too much. We are wondering if they can ask AMA states, like here in Gauteng, we've got a lot of women. And some of them is not by choice. And some of them, they are still grieving, President. And then we are requesting that can we have maybe, you know, a seminar or something of sort, whereby, you know, Abu Mama, they will take out what is inside them. Because Abu Mama kona manje, hey, uzobana umama akhuluma nawe snacks, and think that umama lo yenza kanjani, but you don't know kuthi uphumaphi. Umama una a lot. So we need to have something, President, one of the good days. Abu Mama bazokhala, baphumise izinto or everything ebayimela, because we can't perform because re-image. And Abu Mama, there are people who are strong. They don't fear anything. But because of that, and then our future plans. Our future plans. Yeah, we need to participate in the last mile of deliveries. You know, we have got Mama scooter all over the order. But what do we get from there? Nothing. We have got Ama shuttle, Ama long distance, from door to door. What do? Nothing. But it transport is in our space. We don't look at those things. We are just there for the taxi. And look at the government, what they are doing now. They are coming up with buses. They are coming up with trains. So where will we be? So we need to look into the value chain and see what best can we do. And then lack of empowerment. See empowerishe. And then we need, President, we need to have to form entities. President, we ask it sometimes. I remember we're doing something in Ekuruleni, and some of the ladies, they were asking for a donation. You know, where does the donation go? To the region. We must go and beg for that money, but we worked hard to come and do a project. This is not on. We need to overcome those things so that, you know, Abu Mama, they must see that they are libona ba kompiu.
Let's give this beautiful lady a big hand. A big hand. All right. I'm gonna try to chase and Asim Shadi Zanda Futu Mama. Look at your neighbor and say, Hanyani Hanyan.
Yeah, no. I say is a Gauteng. But I'm here to talk to you women. Niyaz ukuthi izindaba from Abo Mama zifika kanjani go baba. Do you know how it goes? How the men find out ukuthi you were gathered together and who says what and who says what. We know who's the transporter. Is the women. So now we are here. This gathering is very, very important. This is the future of the SANTACO women. It's no longer SANTACO women desk. It's a SANTACO women. We've moved the desk because we realize Wusi desk is not going anywhere. So I said, no, because now we are human beings. We need to go, we need to move. Let's remove the desk. So why I'm standing up now, I'm not standing up because of the previous speaker. I'm the one that are coming. Guys, we must tell the truth. What you are telling, it's something that needs to be corrected. No one also crucify you. There is no one that will be crucified because the province said this and said that. But it is important. We don't want to listen to the good stories and everything. We want the truth because this needs to be corrected. As I said that today, we are going to deal with the constitution, we're going to deal with the policies. So everything that triggered here, it's the one that you must address on the policies and the constitution. So those that they will go back and tell Abo Baba Uguti Umamubani, now she was busy saying that and this and this. It is you who are causing problems for others. Because Amadota, they will meet. They will never come out and tell you what they said. But you women, you will meet. And then you'll make a phone call and tell another man, hey, this woman, she was this and this and this and this and this. So this must stop because sometimes we invite these things to ourselves. Sometimes, but just one woman who goes to a man and tell a man about the women. So that the problem is us. Let's move, guys, from today onwards. Let's move from there. When you come here, please tell us the truth. You don't have to mention people's name. When you say the province does not have, Nama can say that the national did not have money for us to be able to function. I'm saying in front of the president, I'm saying in front of the DSG, but I'm telling the truth. So what is wrong with that? What is wrong about you telling the truth? Because if you farm cosmetics, you farm ruchi and the weaves, we're not going to get the correct image. So please, guys, let's do it right. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Right. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, if I don't talk to you in public, say it, if I don't talk to you in public, I will talk about you in private. Did you hear that? Say it again, neighbor. If I don't talk to you in public, I will talk about you in private. And that is gossip. Come and say that is gossip. That is gossip. So you must train yourself. If ever you don't talk to someone, you don't talk to them about something, you will talk about them. Because something that is not okay is not designed to stay in your system. So if you don't take it out in the right place, it will come out in the wrong place. Ay, dumelang. If I keep drinking water and eating, and don't go to toilet intentionally, dijo tsela di tlo tswa unintentional in the wrong place. Ay, ngishayeleni izandla. Thank you very much, Mam Tutu. Thank you for that. Number 2, you must learn that anything that the person says, don't take it offensive. Take it as a feedback. Yeah. Hello? Take it what as a? Feedback. If you always personalize things, you're not going to grow. Yeah. Tell your neighbor that. Tell your neighbor that. If you always personalize things, you won't grow. Look at everything as a feedback. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. We're going to go for a break now for about an hour. So the coming provinces, please, we're going to come back later. Ne? So then when we come back, please, let's stick to our 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. But so far, you guys are doing extremely well. You know, you're doing extremely well. Ngicela sizishayele izandla. Okay, ngicela siblesse ukudla ne as we go out now for lunch. Can you close our eyes? We're going for lunch. Father, we just want to thank you for the food we're going to eat. We give you all the credit. And everybody shout amen. Amen. Give God a big hand. Give God a big hand. Ngicela direction how the kitchen will go. Ngicela direction how the kitchen will go. The setup for our meals. Ngicela direction. Ribs. Look at your neighbor and say, the program director is doing well. Okay, ngicela leadership ilandele uMamdudu. Leadership, ngicela thina ne-leadership silandele uMamdudu. Okay. Yes. There's someone who left the phone. You don't have your phone with me. I know you wanted to make a gift to me, but I don't want a private gift. So make it public. You know, come and give me the phone public. I have it. I have your phone. I have your phone, but I want it to be official. I don't want the underground envelope. We have your phone here.
the invites that comes from different provinces do not reach us. We can just get them later or after. Let me give an example, President. Limpopo, can you stand up, please? Limpopo, look at them, President. I want to prove something. You look at them and how they wear their uniform, if it is a uniform. It's different from the rest because we never heard that we should wear like those others. That is an indication that the information that is sent through the province never reaches us. So in that case, I'm trying to show that it's like there is a distraction in between ourselves as SANTACO women and the office that receives the information for us. So we are saying, let there be a way of us as SANTACO women to receive the invites from all over the provinces so that we attend almost everything. President and the program director, I've got 3 quotes that I want to leave this congregation with. They say, let us not look at the watch, what it does. The watch is always clicking. So let us all keep going. We understand we are tired, President. But if we are tired, we can just relax, not quit. We won't quit. We'll relax. Then we start again. It is said, the expert in everything started as a beginner. Thank you, Program Director.
Wow! 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 Did you hear the Madam President? Did you hear the Madam President speaking? Short and sweet. I could on a short and. Yeah, short and sweet. Sebonga kakhulu ma, ngicela simshayele izandla. Mr. President, I think you can see with your class is growing very well. Yeah, ngicela simashayele izandla kakhulu abomama. Njengamanje ngizocela ezakababu deputy ezakababu Sibanyoni ngicela kuze zona zize ngaphambili. Ngicela zize asibashayele izandla bese za ngaphambili. Asibashayele izandla bese za ngaphambili. While they are coming in the front, I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, forget about what you could not do. Focus on what you're supposed to do. Neighbor, forget about what you could not do. Focus on what you're supposed to do. But there's something you can do. Is to do what you're supposed to do. That's him child is under this one.
Thank you, Mr. Program Director. Babe President, Mr. Tsebe, the SGs, Mr. Sibanyoni, the second president, and my provincial chairperson, Mrs. Mapumulo D, chairperson of all women, Mr. Program Director, and all men in the taxi industry, I greet you all in the name of SANTACO. Status of women at Mpumalanga province. Provincial Women Committee consists of 9 members and 9 members of the committee in all 3 regions, which is Nhlanzeni, Gert Sibande, Nkangala region of 50 taxi association, which is SANTACO affiliates. Our implementation plan and program are as follows. Girl Child Program, Women's Business Workshop, Domestic and Violence, GBV and Women Trafficking Awareness, Exhibition for Development and Empowerment, Road and Safety Awareness, Workshop for Widows and Orphan, especially youth. All programs mentioned were successfully done with the help of our provincial structure. Achievements. SANTACO Mpumalanga succeeded to open a cooperative, managed to brand uniform, managed to do exhibition program as planned, managed to hold GBV awareness in all 3 regions, managed to visit Juvie Prison of Children at Barberton. We managed to visit Stout School at Hendrina to give those children a hope. Managed to hold all meetings as planned. Managed to do Women in Daba Summit. We have women executive committees in all 3 regions. We managed to visit widows in all 3 regions. We managed to launch women container spare received from TRSA spare in 1 region and is functioning very well. Challenges. Some of taxi associations fail to support women in the taxi industry. Women struggle to get funding to empower their programs. Women, especially widows, struggle to buy cars. Workshop for development and empowerment is needed. We fail to place container space in 2 regions because of space. Other associations don't allow women to be in leadership. Women are struggling in case their husband passed away. All activities done help the women to be recognized in the taxi industry. Conflicts are limited. Women gain a lot of knowledge and have confidence. Women learn more about business. GBV awareness assists women to know where to go when encounter any case-related GBV. In closing, allow me to say these words. As women, as Mpumalanga women, we wish more years of life to our provincial chairperson, as he's always giving us warm support. Sibanyoni, Malambule, Koza Kulu, Siyathokoza. I thank you.
Sanibonani. Hey, Impumalelanga. Akuzalwa. Ngicela sibashayele izandla. Selmakhelwane kancane kancane. Akakuzwanga. Isho kakhudlwane kancane kancane. Awuthamisa ivolume kancane kancane kancane. Asizishayele izandla sonke, sizishayele izandla sonke. Sesiya kwi-Northwest ke manje. Ngicela shayele i-Northwest izandla baseza ngaphambili. Northwest. I am so happy, guys. You are keeping to time. Especially izandla bonke that is coming. Yeah. Right. While Northwest is coming, I want you to say these words to your neighbor. Neighbor, you cried yesterday, but don't allow your tears to be permanent. Tell the other neighbor, say, neighbor, yes, you cried yesterday, but don't allow your tears to be permanent. Say these words, you have to rise up. You have to rise up. Northwest, where's Northwest? Mtele, you have to rise up. Ishaka Kudwan, how you have to rise up. Say the last one, your losses are not the curses, but they are blessings because of the Asimshaili Zandla.
Thank you, Program Director. I'd like to greet our President, Mr. Tsebe, and all your officers. I'd like to greet all the ladies from different provinces. I'm the Secretary of Northwest Province. No, I'm sorry. I forgot to greet our chair, Osdudu. Hi. I'd like to introduce my chair. The strict one. Ausina Mongalo. Very active, very strict. If you don't do right, she's shouting at you. But not shouting like hating you. She can shout you now, then tomorrow she's laughing again. I like that. You know, if you are the last person standing, all the provinces, what they said, I don't know what to say, because where I come from, so painful. Empty, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0. So all the ladies, their achievements. Oh, I wish I can move from Northwest and go to Joburg or Mpumalanga or Limpopo or somewhere. Because there's a lady here that I know who stays at Limpopo. So I want to go and stay there. Yes. Our achievement, it's only one. I want 3 nyana, 4 nyana at least. We managed to open a cooperative with an account yako FNB, but it's 0, 0. We don't have anything in that account since we opened it. That 2020. Let me pass. And then the challenges, some of the challenges have been said here. Yes, some of them I'm afraid to say them because it was already said. Because, you know, some of our ladies, they are not here. They were supposed to be here, but because they have to go and ask permission from men. There's a conference that I have to attend. Then they will be saying, no, you are not going there. Because I don't know nothing about it. But they know. They received an invitations, but they said, no, you are not going there because we wanted to give you something so that you must buy a drink on your way. We don't want their money. We are working for ourselves. Even if we didn't get any money from our provincial secretaries or treasurers, we have been here. We are here actually, we are here because we wanted to come here to learn something from other provinces. Maybe if you are sitting there and listening to someone standing here, if you listen carefully, you can take something or steal something. Then when we go back to our provinces, then we say, man, I had a lady from Limpopo or from KZN saying for us to have money in our account, we have to do this and this and this and this. Now I'm happy for coming here today because I learned something. That's why I said, even if they didn't give us money for transport, we are used to. And the one for the leaderships. If they elect you, they just say additional member. At least we tried at least additional member. Yeah, you can get a deputy secretary nyana at least, or a training officer or PRO, additional. Mr. Sakamela knows. But yeah, yes. I'm happy that he's here. He's here today. Because some provinces, there are secretaries, there are deputy secretaries. At least why can't they give you? I remember one day we attended I don't know, it's a prayer day somewhere called Limpopo. Our president, Mr. Tebe, was there. Or how at least why basaliza minyana ka deputy secretary nyana at least how additional member and they co-opt you. Sorry, ma'am. Nothing. And each and every election, you are going to be additional member after 4 years. After 4 years again, see, no, we are not electing them. We will co-opt them. Yes. So it's corruption. Even if we go for the elections, we know for it. Hey, I know, man, I'm going to be co-opted. So, Mr. Sakamela, please, when you get there, tell our provincial chair and all of them, no. Starting from now, at least one woman and a deputy secretary, at least. Hey, man, you know, Mr. President, that 30% is not working. You are just saying, but it's not working. But maybe after this conference, it's going to work. Yeah, I think. That's why I'm making an example our deputy sec, Mr. Sakamela, because he's here. He can hear our cries. I'm crying, it's just that you can't see my tears. It's falling inside. So, you know, due to lack of funds, we have 5 regions in our province, but we can't visit them. Because if you have to go to travel from Brett, where our chair is staying, and then going to Taung, going to Rustenburg, where is she going to get the money to go there? She must use her own money. The money for her baby. And then the other one, the estates. That one is it's a serious problem. Serious. Yes, I'm a Mutswana. Maristos and Jasizamanyana, lapa. Because we are working with them. Sometimes when a man comes to your office, how bona mama unjani, unanfuno lungisa le permit yami, you trying to dilungisa kulungisa. And some of them can say fixi kulungisa mama and tulungisa permit yaga. So what else? Estate transfer. And then bomb mebarona. They will apply for transfer. And when they get there, they said they pay 300 and then they are taking your papers and everything. But they are not allowed to operate because they are saying they are operating illegally whilst they are still waiting for their operating license. Go interview, the pre will be sitting like this. An old lady will be sitting here. And then they will be asking so many difficult questions. And then they'll be saying, are you operating? Yes, but how? Why are you operating illegally? Yes, but we sense. No, we sense. So that old lady, after that meeting, she will call you and say, are they going to give me my operating license? And then if she sees for years are passing and then she's not getting her operating license, she will phone and saying, if those people, they want to give me my operating license, let them give it to me. If they don't want, let them keep it. You see? So what I'm saying is the challenge that I have in my region. There's a lady who has been waiting and waiting. Huh? Oh, I'm intimidated. I thought maybe I spoke a lot. No, I see her. Excuse. So I think that one is a serious challenge. Yeah, bomme ba rona, because some of them, they are old. So if you are just sitting there, the taxis are parked outside in a yard, then you have kids that they have to go to school. Then you can't be given your operating license. You can't operate because they are saying you are operating illegal. So, kana ke buile ya le ya bontate ba ba controlang bomme akere. A way forward ya rona ke we started engaging with Tita and Tatera Modisa ke mo bone o teng mole with Taxi Express and training of women. We are trained and then we were given the certificate and everything, and the cooperatives by Tita. And then again, we are engaging with TUT, earlier Pretoria, and tender Pretoria for, yeah. I think some other, I think the clerks and other ladies and women, they were there 2 weeks back. They came back again. So, Program Director, thank you, and I'm sorry if maybe I took your time. Ne? Sorry. Mama, I forgot to. Mama, thank you for seeing you again. Thank you very much.
She's such a darling. Ngicela simshayele izandla. Ngicela simshayele izandla. She's such a darling. She's such a doll. You know, one thing I like about them is that they've got grievances. But at the end of the day, they say, way forward. Look at your neighbor and say, way forward. Come on, say it loud, say, way forward. I wish you can write down some of these statements that I'm busy quoting, because you can make something out of them. Now we're welcoming Northern Cape. Northern Cape, Northern Cape. I want you to say these words as they come forward. Be powerful as if you are not humble. Say it louder. Be powerful. A bit louder. Be powerful as if you are not what? Humble. And be humble as if you are not powerful. Come on, say it again. And be humble as if you are not. I see show yonke manje. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Be powerful as if you are not humble, and be humble as if you are not power. I need to try this under class.
Marag allemaal. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, but I thought I meant the Northern Cape. Afternoon, President, and afternoon, Second President, and afternoon to secretaries. Afternoon, Mama, and your executive. In the Northern Cape, we have a lot of challenges. Oh, in the Northern Cape, we have a lot of challenges. Sometimes if we want to arrange a meeting so that we can get together, we cannot, because other ladies have to drive something like 5 hours to come to Kimberley. So if we have to sit, we cannot sit and talk. And at the department, we are trying to talk to those people so that they can help the women to renew their licenses. Some other women, they are afraid to go to the board or to go to the association because of, they just think that if I go there, that chairman is going to ask me, what do you want? And then the lady becomes afraid to say, hey, I don't know. I heard outside that the operating license has expired. If you look at the operating license, then you see it has expired maybe 2 years. And then there's no one to help. If you go to the board, they'll tell you, okay, we'll help you. They'll just take your operating license and put it aside. And then you just go home and sit. Other ladies are not well informed. They don't know nothing. So that side, we cannot go to associations and tell people that Bo Mama 1, 2, 3, 4 because they are afraid to come near. And again, people that side, if we can say, who can come now weer Afrika? Anders sal jy verstaan in die Afrikaans, man, ek wil hom. Oh, sal loer. Oh, so seker en as sekere tye, dan voel jy wil jy wil 'n kar koop. Jy gaan koop die kar. Dan kom die kar terug. Die mama wat sy man afgesterf het, hy wag nog. Van het hy die kar 6 maande. Hy laat staan die kar 6 maande. Hy betaal met die geld, die wat hy papa gelos het. Hy wag nog vir die operating license. So hoe word die kar nog nie weer geëet nie? Daai is die klompie stress wat ons het daar kan. Maar in alles druk ons maar deur met kalmte. As al wat ek kan sê weer.
Thank you. Ngicela simshayele izandla. Ek praat bietjie Afrikaans. Ek praat bietjie Afrikaans. All right. Ngicela simshayele izandla kakhulu ma. Thank you so much. Sizocela Western Cape. Ngicela Western Cape. Asibashayele izandla as they come forward. Western Cape. Basuka kude le. Western Cape. Right, while they are coming, look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, be angry, but don't be hateful. Akakuzwanga, neighbor, be angry, don't be hateful. Because hate makes you bitter. Forgiveness makes you better. Amshayele izandla.
Good afternoon, everyone. Special greetings to our president, second president, and all other esteemed leaders, and not forgetting the main guests, us as women. Today, in the absence of the provincial secretary, I bring you a report that is brief, yet powerful, one that strikes deeply, much like the disappointment of a mother witnessing injustice. We acknowledge a major concern. The dissolution of the provincial interim structure was done without following proper procedures. This decision has left us without a clear way forward, creating unnecessary instability. Having said that, we are 8 regions in the Western Province, and we have reached a point where 3 of our regions have already successfully completed their elections. Now we are waiting eagerly for the confirmation of election dates for the remaining 5 regions, so we can continue building a solid and united leadership structure in our province. Furthermore, the challenges faced by our women in the industry remain immense. We are not only battling gender bias, but also confronting the harsh reality of violence. Over the past 2 to 3 years, we have lost remarkable women in our province due to acts of violence, a tragedy that cannot continue to go unaddressed. Our plea is clear. Women must be fully recognized across all sectors of this industry. The Constitution must be reflective of our voices, ensuring inclusion and fairness. we are being denied access to crucial information, opportunities, and empowerment. Communication structures are failing us. As important, correspondence does not reach everyone as it should. Another pressing issue is that permit holders, spouses and children are excluded from the provincial structure when it comes to training, skills development, and business opportunities. This exclusion limits growth and progress within our communities and our industry. Adding to this, there's no dedicated funding for women in this industry, leaving us at a disadvantage when it comes to economic empowerment and sustainability. However, despite these challenges, we have taken steps to forge new paths. We have been fortunate to gain recognition from a UK-based organization becoming part of a pilot project against gender-based violence. Our goal is to extend this initiative across all regions in our province, ensuring that the women in our industry not only survive, but thrive. This includes a safe taxi charter that will be placed in each taxi to create awareness that there is help out there. With that, I urge leadership to take decisive action. Let us rebuild structures with fairness, provide equal access to resources, and stand against violence in all its forms. The time for change is now. And I'm ending. It's teamwork that makes a dream work. Thank you.
Wow. I feel like I'm losing my job here as a motivational speaker. My tender is at stake. They've done well, eh? They've done very well. Ella Oguti, all the ladies who were representing their provinces, can you all stand? All the beautiful ladies. Oh, we have the Free State. We have the Free State. We have the Free State. How? Ngiyaxolisa kakhulu. Ngiyaxolisa kakhulu. Ngiyaxolisa kakhulu. Ngicela shayela i-Free State izandla beseza ngaphambili. Right. Njoba beseza ngaphambili, I want you to say these words. Look at the lady next to you and the person next to you and say, don't be ordinary. You are extraordinary. That's why you have extraordinary challenges. Because you are not ordinary. Come on, say it again. Because you are not ordinary. Outside is like a cool.
Ho motsamaisi wa mosebetsi ke rata ho leboha ntate wa rona ntate president le komiti ya hae ke lebohe mme Dudu le komiti ya hae ke lebohela bomme bohle ba kopane mona nna ke memkeretla ke hlaha ko Free State province ya Free State ke rata ho bua ka province ena. Re na le support e kgolo ho tloa provinceng ho ya regioneng ya rona. Bothata ba rona fela ka hare ho province ya Free State. Bontate ba leka ho re thusa le bomme ka hare ho Free State executive ya Free State. Ha ba kgone ho re thusa ho tlala letsoho ka baka la hobane province e hana e dieha le ho thusa le ha ba ya ba lo kopa dithuso ho bona e dia ho ba fa dithuso tseo e dia ha le ho ba fa dithuso ho ya ka hare ho region ho bo fumantsha la hore rona bomme re tsamaya ka thata ke challenge e o bontate le bomme ka hare ho province ya Free State le region ba tsamayang ka yona ene ntho e nthabisitseng dikgethong tsane tse fetileng re na le mme ka hare ho region ya Free State e le modulasetulo wa region re be re ba le bomme ka hare ho di-association ba dula ditulo ka hare ho association ka hare ho di-association le di-region re na le bomme ba keneng mona mohlala fela ka hare province ya rona re na le bomme ba 4 ene re na le deputy secretary ka hare province ya rona. Jwale ntho e re tlo ikopa ho ntate presidente le mama wa rona mme Dudu. Re na le academy ka hara Lejwe Leputswa Free State. Re tlo kopa hore na re ke se ke ra fuwa academy eo hore rona bomme ba Free State ho ko be le ntho re etsang hobane bontate ha ba kgone ho go thusa bonyane bo ba leng bona ba re sherela bona bo bikinyana so re batla ho hola re le bomme. Re tlo kopa ho lona bontate ene ye nngwe hape e re tlo ikopa ho mme wa rona mme Dudu. Re na le bothata ka bomme ba nang le bontate le bo mme le bana ba setseng le dikgwebo hobane ha bontate ba qeta ho hlokala ho na le bontate ba nkang di-permit tsa bomme bana, ho na le bontate ba nkang di-permit tsa bana bana. O fumane hore mme wa safareya ha o sa na ntho a e jang o tswile tu ka hara industry ya di-taxi. Ke challenge e re kopanang le yona eo ene e nngwe hape re tlo kopa ho tita hore e ke e re atomele re le province ya Free State ra e hloka hobane re le bomme ba Free State ho na le bomme be re ntseng re bua le bona ka hare ho di-region le di-association hore ba kopane ba etse di-co-op re tsebe ho tlo etsa di-project. Jwale ha re no kgona ho etsa ntho tseo re sa trainuwa. Ra kopa ka wena ntate president le mme wa rona hore ba re atomela le rona re le Free State re a ba hloka. Ya o ketela ke rata ho bua ka hare ho bomme ka mona ke proud ka province ya Free State. Bontate le bomme ba Free State ha bana yona tjhelete ba sokola. Hona tjena re tswa Durban re tswa ho bona ntho tse ntle Ugu region re le province ya Free State ba re nkile fela ba re isitse mo re a leboha Medudu. Re bone ntho tse ntle empa re nahana hore ha re ya ho bomme re lo bua ntho tse ntle ka bona. E nngwe hape re le ra etsa thapelo mane Kronstadt ka thuso ya bona bontate ra lo bua mamamtshweneng kopa o ye mama ba o bone mme wa rona ka baka la mme mamotshweneng re le ra iphumana Kronstadt yane re entse e lekana ho na le mama monana. Mama ke kopa ho nyanya letswele la hao. Memorini o na a re tsamaisa moketeng wa rona. Ke a o leboha mme. O la re bontsha tsela re le bomme ba province ya Free State hore na bomme ba tsamaya jwang. So mme Dudu re tlo go hloka le tafole ya hao atomelang ho rona. Wa tseba ngwana ha motswadi a le thoko ho yena wa lahleya ene o iphumana ile kgutsana. Re na le bomme ba bangata ba seng ba sena dikoloi ba tshwereng di-permit fela. Ke go ba tshwarelo. Ho na le bomme ba robalang ka tlala ba ba tshwere di-permit. Please, tafole ya Medudu, re kopa e re atomele. Tate President, ra le hloka re le bomme re tetse mona, re tsamaisa bomme. Ho na le malapa ao a robalang ka tlala empa tshwere di-permit. Ha ba re ba apply-a ha ba kgone ho fumana dikoloi. Ho na le bontate ba sa re supporting ba re beletse ka thoko empa province ena ya rona ya Free State e lekile ho thusa bomme. Ho na le bomme ba sa kgoneng ho thuseha. Re kopa thuso hore re le province ya Free State la le ka etsetsa bomme ba bahlano le tlabe le etseditse bomme kaofela. Ke a leboha.
Ngicela simshayele izandla umama. Asimshayele kakhulu. The points that she was touching were very, very important. And I would like just to ask Rebecca just to sum up what she was saying, because mostly it was in one language, so that everyone can get to understand what she was talking about. Ngicela simshayele izandla, our spokesperson for the industry.
Thank you. This is what Mama was saying. She started by saying they've got good support from the leadership of SANTACO in the Free State. They now have a lady who has been elected as a chair of an association serving within an executive, and they also have women who are in the executive of the province. Regarding the SANTACO Training Academy that's in Velcom, she's requesting for funding to be provided and for that responsibility to be given to women in the Free State so that they can resuscitate the college and give training where necessary. She says when fathers and husbands pass on, there are people who steal permits from the wives of the departed men, and this needs urgent intervention. She says they do not have resources in the province, although their province does try to give, but it's not always enough. She made a clarion call to the president to please come closer to women and give them the necessary support. When she became emotional, she was explaining that there's a number of families where children and their mothers go to bed hungry, but they've got permits because they are not operating businesses. The issue of women having their late husbands' taxis and yet they struggle for permits is one of the issues that really causes pain. And she continued to say that the leadership of Mama Dudu and the president should please come closer to women and help them resolve their problems. Thank you.
Ngicela shayele Sis Rebecca izandla. Thank you very much. One of the signs that the child is growing, it is when they learn to verbalize and vocalize their feelings. Am I right? Yes. So now that people are able to talk and people are not intimidated, then that means we are going forward. Now I'm going to go to meter taxi, I'm going to go to cross border, and I'm going to go to scholar transport. So bengela meter taxi, sibashayela izandla as they come forward. You just call on me, sister, when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I might just have a problem that you'll understand. We all lean on me when I'm not strong. He don't belong till I'm gonna need somebody to lead. Asish, for the last time. You just call on me, sister, when you need a friend. Asisha, come on. I might just have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Ay, Nyashaya. We are, please try to smile right now because you are online. We are on TV. So our was of the TV umubi. Ay, Sanbonan. So Tembisa online is recording us right now. So, and now we are talking to their viewers. We are gathered here today. Hey guys, I'm famous namhlanje. Yo, I'm famous. You know, so we want to say to all the viewers, can you all say hi? A bit louder, say hi. Mr. President, can you raise your hand with your team, with your leadership? Can you say hi? Hi. Hi. So we are gathered here. This is the AGM, National AGM for Women's. It's a Women's AGM for SANTACO. And we are here cooking the pot. You know? Sanbonani. We are cooking the pot, and very soon the nation will be eating in the dining room on what women have cooked. So we are saying women are not just good for house chores, but women are taking over and are taking the industry to another level. So, my sister here from the meter taxi.
Siyabonga, Program Director. I would like to greet Mr. Tsebe, and I'll try my best. I've got a very small voice. Those that know me know that I've got a very small voice, but I'll try my level best. Is that better? Is it better? Yeah. Not at all? Okay, I will try. Okay, as I was saying, I would like to greet Mr. Tsebe and the leadership. I would also like to greet Mam Duduma Pumula, and I would like to greet all the women in the house. I would like to also recognize Umamu Usis Bushle. I would also like to recognize Sis Rebecca. And the reason why I'm doing that is that we're seeing this now, that we see very powerful people in SANTACO as women, and I would like to applaud the leadership of Mr. Tsebe for that. We recognize, we see it, and we like it. Can it carry on like that? Okay, I'm giving a report for meter taxi. I think everybody is aware that meter taxi in SANTACO is still a new kid on the block. So we're still learning who SANTACO is. We're still learning how to be involved in SANTACO, how to be part of SANTACO. So I think it has been plus minus 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, but we're learning, and yes. So the report goes as follows. One of the two things that really stand out that we've done as SANTACO women in the meter taxi was that we started also being involved in branding of SANTACO, because we came to SANTACO and when we tried to check what is it that we can do, where can we tap in and do something. So then the uniform became one of the main things that we thought we could tap into. And the nice thing about the uniform that we were doing for SANTACO and all the other modes of transport or all the other industry was that it had a message. I'm standing here today having done a uniform that has messages of gender-based violence, human trafficking, and taxi violence in the industry. And it's so sad that 2 years after that uniform was created, we are sitting and we see in the socials, we see in the media, we see on television that yet another child has been violated. I think that is one of the main painful things that we're dealing with in the industry, in the whole of South Africa, in the rest of the world. Like, I sometimes tell my kids that one of the things that we used to be scared of was walking maybe in the field and being scared that an animal can come and attack you. The sad thing is that these days, you're scared of a fellow human being. You have to run around and check your shoulders all the time, because we've become these predators that prey on kids, that prey on women, that prey on humans as a whole. That is very disturbing as a humankind. We need to change that. We need to try harder, because it can be done. So the reason why we were doing that, we wanted the message to be there each and every single day. Every time you see someone with a uniform, and not necessarily just SANTACO, every time you see someone wearing uniform, there should be that message so that it can play on people's mind that it's a pandemic. It's more of it's almost closer to the COVID. We all know what impact that COVID has made in our lives. But next to that, as we're standing right now, it's human trafficking and the violation of kids and women. We can do better. And then we were also, would like to thank that Dudu as well supported us in that initiative. She's wearing a golf shirt that was made by us, and she was one of the first people that believed in us. Mr. Sebe was also one of the first people that believed in us. We've also created a SANTACO blanket, the very first. I think we know about it because it was done 2 years ago. So we would like to plead also with the national that when you put an order for your golf shirts, your uniform, can you think about us? You know about us. You know we are capable. When you look around today, and I don't want to say this bragging, but uniform used to be, yes, uniform, SANTACO uniform. But it has changed in the last 2 years that we've done it. We see people putting more effort, people making it more, personalizing it. We made that impact. So that means that we are capable. So please recognize us and support us as the national. I would also like to actually thank Mr. Tulo, because I think with all the speakers that's been here, almost each and every one of them has mentioned TITA doing something where training is concerned. We were also had training 100 delegates where we in collaboration with TITA. Out of that 100 delegates, 28 of them were women, and that is very remarkable, considering the fact that there isn't a lot of women in the meter taxi and the industry as a whole. So we are a step closer to where we want to be. So those women and those candidates were awarded certificate business. Their businesses were registered, they have business plans, and they are compliant. And currently, we're sitting at around 231 fully paid membership under the leadership of the meter taxi, which is very commendable as well. We also recognize the leadership that we come from, whereby they trying to unite and formalize the meter taxis and the e-hailing, because we do understand that, as the program director has alluded, that with unity we can go far. We always have a common vision. If we work together, we recognize that, and we can go very far. And then I would also like to thank Dudu as well we are part as Meter Taxi, the new kid on the block, and we're forming part of her executive. It takes a great leader to recognize talent as well, so we thank you. I might not go through everything that I needed to go through, but I would also like to have a quote as well. And the quote is from the pop star, the song from Michael Jackson, and it says, "I'm starting with the man in the mirror, asking you to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change." We can make the change.
I'm taking my job. She's too eloquent. I don't feel safe with my job here. Too eloquent. You are fired. Fired. Never again. Never again. She's so good. You know, she can go forever and you don't realize. And people think you're biased. Thank you very much. Another nice one is that we have been promoting in Dabayoguti. We are no longer fundraisers, but we are creating legacy. So when you see the younger generation coming this strong, then we get motivated. We're getting closer to where we're going. That's for that one. The cross-border, as they come forward, the cross-border. No matter how nice you are, Someone hates you out there. Akakuzwanga ithi mina makhe. No matter how nice you can be, there's someone who hates you out there. And you can't stop there. Continue strong. That's not loud enough. Come on, say it louder. Continue strong. A bit louder. Continue strong. You don't have to copy the quote here. I'm worried, comrade. I'm worried.
Sanbonani. I'd like to greet Mr. Chairman, Mr. Tsebe, our leader, Mr. Sbanyoni. We are going to Kamela. It was the first time meeting you, but it's hard to forget you because I go Pumland on Jengalukupon.